Hi everyone, in this video I am going to show you 3 awesome soul and Motown licks. Best thing about it is they're super simple, sound really effective, and they're easy to move all across the neck. Stay tuned and I'll show you how to play them. In this video then, we're going to check out 3 really cool soul and Motown licks. If you haven't done it already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, and click that alert bell so you don't miss any updates. So let's just get stuck right into this then. Here is lick number 1. Okay, and that's lick number 1. Super simple idea. Doesn't sound overly complicated. However, when you put that at the right point in a soul song, it sounds amazing as a rhythm fill. Okay, and the best thing about it is when you understand how to play it, it's really easy to move through different chord changes. So what we're going to do, we're going to simply take our index finger, our first finger, play a bar across the E and the B strings in the 5th fret. You're going to slide that up 2 frets to the 7th fret and then just slide it back. Okay, so the key center for this then is going to be A major. So the way I see this when I play this lick, and this is why I find it so easy to move around it, as long as you know that chord, that E shape, okay, wherever your index finger is, so in this case it's on an A note, that fill is right at the top of the bar. Okay, so it's just under the bar on the E and the B string. So when I think about this and playing this as a fill, I simply see that chord shape. I know that I'm on an A there. I play the top 2 strings, slide up, and slide back again. And that's it. So at the end of this video, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a backing track on and I'm going to play all of these licks with a backing track so you can hear how it sounds. But that is simply lick number 1. Okay, the top of our E shape bar chord. Now I know that's an A, but that's known as our E shape or our E root because our root of the chord is on the E string, and in this case it's an A. Think the top of the chord, little bar across the top 2 strings, slide up 2 frets and back again. So for example then, if we wanted to change that to say a D, we'd find our D note, which is the 10th fret on the low E. We'd imagine where that bar chord is, take the top 2 strings, which are the B and the E, slide up 2 frets and back again. Okay, now if you do know the notes along the high E, well, they are basically just the same as all the ones on the low E. You can just think of whatever note it is along the top E string, but a lot of people just like to think of it from that bar chord because as guitarists, that's what we tend to play a little bit more. And that's lick number 1. So in D again, there's a D chord, and in A. Okay, if we wanted to play that in G, we'd simply find a G, A, and that's it. So when playing this, ever sliding on the guitar, especially if you're sliding bars, just make sure you're not squeezing down too hard. The tendency with a lot of guitarists is because a bar is quite hard, they over squeeze and they apply too much pressure. But certainly when you're sliding, if you press too hard, you know, you're going to get stuck like that. And if you're not pressing hard enough, the note's going to die away. So what I'd say, if you're going to work on this lick, just try and find the pressure that works for you to be able to slide up and down. So for me, I'd say it's like a medium to light grip. I'm not really feeling any tension in my wrist. I'm nice and relaxed, which allows me to slide up and down. So that's lick number 1. So let's move on. Here is lick number 2. Again, a super simple idea, very similar to the first one, but rather than sliding, we're doing a hammer-on. However, the way I see this then, this is based off what would be known as our A shape or a root bar chord, which is this time, there's our root. This time's that's a D note. So I see the top of that. And we'll put a little bar down again, across the B and the E and the 5th fret, and hammer on to the 7th. I know you can play it once, or you can play it twice. And that would fit nicely over anything using that A shape or A root. Now that's a D, so if I wanted to play it for D, it'd be like this. If I wanted to do it for E, I'd find my E, which is there on the 7th fret. I'd play the bar on the 7th fret and hammer the 9th. If I wanted to do this in A, I'd find where my A is. It's all the way up there on the 12th fret, and I would just do the same kind of thing. So wherever my index finger is, bar across the E and the B, so that's in the 12th fret, and I'm hammering onto the 14th. So back to D, E, A. Okay, another really easy idea to move around. Now, these are going to sound great when I put the backing track on shortly. So that's 2 licks. Let's do one more then. Here is lick number 3. Okay, so this one's a little bit more complicated. We're using sixths. Now, sixths are really common in soul music. Steve Cropper, for example, the guitarist, he uses these a lot. Sixths are also great for country music as well. They're great for blues. Certainly a sound worth experimenting with if you're into those styles of music. The way I remember this lick really easily then, and I'm able to move it around, is just by literally just remembering a really simple sixth trick like this. So I'm going to play my A major chord like that. Now that is known again as our E shape, and I'm just going to play the middle finger and this high E string note. So I'm going to take everything off and just play those two, and that is a sixth interval. Okay, that's the first one we're going to use for this lick. Okay, now I see that as a diagonal shape, because as I look at it, as I sort of look at the fretboard, I'm seeing a diagonal from my middle finger to my index. Okay, so there's the chord, and there's our first sixth. Now, there's 2 others we're going to use for this lick. They're going to be, from there, we're going to play the 7th fret, which is a straight line. What I mean by a straight line is, both of my fingers are in the same fret. So again, I'm just playing the G and the high E. And then we just move that same shape, the straight line, up 2 frets. Okay, so the sixths we have are these. Okay, diagonal coming from that chord, and then a straight, and another straight. If you're seeing it with your index, I'm playing 5th fret, 7th fret, 7th fret, and you can either finger them middle and index, 3rd and pinky, or you can finger them middle and index, middle and 3rd finger, middle and 3rd finger. It's up to you with the fingering. It's not too important as long as you feel comfortable. So the lick then goes like this. So what we're doing, we're starting with a slide up from the 7th fret up to the 9th. Very, very soul sounding, kind of a la soul man. Come back down to the 7th, and then end on our diagonal shape with the 6th fret on the G, 5th fret on the high E. A little bit slower. Okay, so let me count along with that just so you sort of kind of hear a bit of time. I'd get this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again a bit slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. For all of these licks, if you have a look in the description, there's a PDF with all of this stuff written out in notation and tab. So make sure you click the link in the description and grab the PDF. So that's our 3 licks then. Lick number 1. Lick number 2. Lick number 3. Now, let's put all of that stuff in context, just because isolated on their own, they don't make as much sense. This stuff always sounds amazing when you're playing rhythm guitar. So what I'm going to be doing here then in this demonstration when I'm playing it over a backing track is, I'm just going to play on the 2 and the 4. So I'm literally going to play 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 with chords, and then I'm going to place the fills around so you can hear how they work. Now this is stuff I use all the time when I'm playing pro gigs, and the great thing about these licks is they don't just work for soul. You can get away with these for multiple styles, and trust me, I really, really do. So I'm going to kick a backing track on and play these licks, and it all sounds like this. with a short backing track. Now, obviously that was just 3 chords. I kept that fairly simple just so you can see how that works. You can use this with different chords, with different songs, but sort of the thing I'm trying to get at in this video is licks don't always have to be complicated to sound amazing. I mean, if anything, I'd probably play too many there just because I was demonstrating it. These sound amazing when you kind of just fit them in now and again, every 8 bars or every 16 bars. You do a very simple little fill. For soul and Motown, the guitar's never really complicated. You know, we just add in to the entire rhythm section, and we want to complement everything that's going on there as well. So always bear that in mind. Don't overplay when you're playing rhythm guitar. These fills just sound brilliant when you place them right. Like I said, in the demonstration, I was just playing them quite a lot just to show you how they fit in with the chords. If you want that backing track, it will be in the same download with the PDF, just so you have something to practice this stuff along to. But when you grasp the idea and how you can move these things around, as I've explained in this video, you can literally play it for any soul and Motown songs and other styles as well. So if you haven't done it already, please like and subscribe to the channel. Click that alert bell so you don't miss any updates. Make sure you grab the PDF and the backing track. Link is all in the description. If you want to get in touch with myself, I have an online guitar school called Fretlix.com. All the links are in the description. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.